Every morning, millions of people around the world enjoy a warm, comforting cup of coffee. At home, in the office, on the go, it's part of our daily routine. But have you ever stopped to think, where does that coffee really come from? How is it made inside massive factories? From raw green beans to those perfect instant coffee crystals, well, today, you're about to find out. We're taking you inside the Nescafe factory to show you the full, step-by-step process of how your coffee is created. This is one of the most fascinating and satisfying factory processes you'll ever see. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at your morning cup the same way again. So watch till the very end, and if you enjoy discovering how everyday products are made, subscribe to Factory Insider and hit the bell icon. Now let's begin the journey of coffee like you've never seen before. Step 1. The birth of a coffee bean. Sourcing and selection. Everything begins on the sun-drenched hills of coffee-growing nations like Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, and Ethiopia. Here, farmers cultivate two main types of beans: Arabica, known for its smooth, slightly sweet flavor, and Robusta, bold, strong, and packed with caffeine. Greater than Nescafe doesn't grow coffee. It partners with hundreds of thousands of smallholder farmers through its Grown Respectfully sustainability program. Greater than the goal: ethical sourcing, fair wages, sustainable farming, and of course, the perfect bean. For any bean reaches the factory, it must meet strict quality standards: moisture level, color, density. Each batch is tested, tasted, and approved. Only the best make it through. Step 2. Roasting, where the magic begins inside the Nescafe plant. Massive stainless steel drums begin to spin. And this is where raw green coffee beans are roasted to perfection. The temperature? A blazing 200 to 230 degrees Celsius. The timing? Down to the second. As the beans roast, their color darkens, their aroma intensifies, and the oils inside begin to release. This is where coffee truly becomes coffee. But here's the twist. Nescafe isn't roasting for espresso or French press. It's roasting for extraction, the next step in creating instant coffee. Step 3. Grinding. Precision in every particle. The freshly roasted beans are now moved to industrial grinders. Greater than these aren't the kind of grinders you use at home. These are multi-ton machines calibrated to crush beans into microscopic consistency, fine enough for maximum flavor extraction. Every coffee variety, Arabica or Robusta, is ground differently based on roast level, oil content, and desired flavor outcome. The result: a silky, dark brown coffee powder ready for the real transformation. Step 4. Extraction. Brewing on an industrial scale. Imagine brewing a giant pot of coffee. Now scale that up by 10,000. Then that's what happens in the extraction phase. Gigantic towers, nearly 10 meters high, filled with high-pressure, hot water, brew the ground coffee in stages. It's not just boiling, it's engineered infusion. The hot water pulls out all the soluble flavors, oils, acids, caffeine, aroma, compounds, while leaving behind the waste material. What comes out is a thick, concentrated coffee liquid known as the coffee extract. This dark syrup is the soul of Nescafe. Step 5. Evaporation. Removing the excess. Coffee extract is powerful, but it's still over 90% water. To make instant coffee, water has to go. Enter the evaporators. These machines apply controlled heat and slowly reduce the liquid into a dense, semi-liquid coffee concentrate. But the aroma, that precious smell we all love, it's captured and stored separately. Greater than Nescafe engineers reintroduce it later, ensuring the final product smells just as rich as fresh brew. Step 6. Drying. The final transformation. Now comes one of the most futuristic parts of the process: drying, turning liquid coffee into solid granules. Nescafe uses the main methods. 1. Spray drying. The coffee concentrate is sprayed from the top of a tall chamber. As it falls, hot air evaporates the moisture midair. What lands at the bottom? Dry, fine coffee powder. 2. Freeze drying. And the concentrate is frozen at ultra-low temperatures, then placed in a vacuum where the ice sublimates turns to vapor, leaving behind crunchy, flavorful coffee granules. greater than freeze-drying, retains more aroma and flavor, and is used for premium blends like Nescafe Gold. Step 7. Aroma reintroduction and granule optimization before packaging. There's one more secret step. The captured aroma, remember that from earlier, is sprayed gently onto the dried granules. This restores the fresh brewed smell. Greater than then. Granules are tested for size, consistency, solubility, and hot water moisture, content, shelf life greater than each tiny crystal, must dissolve in seconds and deliver the perfect cup every single time. Step 8. Packaging. Freshness, sealed tight, greater than. Now, the coffee is ready to be packed. Nescafe operates with automated filling lines where granules are measured, sealed, and labeled at speeds of over 400 jars per minute. Different variants are created here too. Nescafe Classic, Nescafe Gold, Nescafe Black Roast, and the popular 3-inch -1 mix with sugar and milk already added. Greater than. All packages are nitrogen flushed to remove oxygen, preserving flavor and extending shelf life. Greater than. From here, jars are boxed, palletized, and shipped to over 180 countries. Pause for thought. What's really in your cup? When you scoop a spoonful of Nescafe, you're not just making coffee. You're activating a chain reaction of global labor, technology, and design behind every cup. There's a Farmera scientist, a flavor tester, a factory engineer, a logistics team, all working to deliver a product that's fast, reliable, and deeply comforting. Quality control, testing every sip every hour. Samples are pulled from the line inside a sealed lab on site. Coffee scientists perform over 300 quality checks daily. They analyze aroma profile, granule structure, caffeine levels, and how it dissolves in hot water. Greater than. Trained tasters sip every batch. They don't just taste, they listen to the coffee. If it's not perfect, it doesn't leave the factory. Greater than. Nescafe is more than just a product, it's a global system, evolving with the planet in mind. The factory runs on renewable energy, water is recycled, waste is minimized. Greater than. Through it's grown respectfully. Program. Nestle trains over 100,000 farmers in eco-friendly techniques. No deforestation, irrigation, carbo, and reduction. Greater than. Your coffee cup may be small, but its environmental impact is shrinking. Global delivery. From factory to your hands. Greater than. Once the coffee is packed, it heads into motion, on conveyor belts, into crates, onto trucks. From local warehouses to international ships and planes, Nescafe travels thousands of miles and reaches shelves in over 180 countries. From a tiny town in Europe, to a mountain village in Asia, to a city cafe in New York, the journey is complete.